Smile. Put a smile on your face, put a smile in your voice. And remember, emphasize, hesitate, and modulate. Now, the first thing we're going to discuss, and we're going to try to make this easy today, is to never try to defend your present position and situation, for instance. Choose to be a person who is on the offensive, but not the defensive. People who live in the defensive never rise above being average. Instead, take the initiative. Lukewarm, indecisive people are never secure regardless of their wealth, education, or their position. And don't ever let your quest for balance become an excuse for not taking the unique, radical, invading move that God has directed you to take. Now, the Lord does say, be strong and courageous. And that's what we will do. And when we choose to be on the offensive, the atmosphere of your life will begin to change. So if you don't like the atmosphere of your life, choose to take the offensive position. And now, I got to tell you, when you do choose to be on the offensive, keep all your conflicts impersonal. Fight the issue, not the person. Speak about what God and you can do, not what others are incapable of doing. You'll find that when all of your reasons are defensive, your cause almost never succeeds. Being on the offensive and taking the initiative are master keys that open the doors of opportunity in your life. Learn to create a habit of taking the initiative, and don't ever start your day in neutral. Every morning when your feet hit the floor, you should be thinking on the offensive. Take control of your day and your life. Don't become like most people and lose an hour in the morning and spend the rest of the day trying to recover it. By pulling back and being on the defensive, you usually enhance the problem, by the way. Intimidation always precedes defeat. If you are not sure which way to go, pray. Then move toward the situation in faith. Be like the two fishermen who got trapped in a storm in the middle of a lake. One turned to the other and said, "Should we pray or should we row?" And his wise companion responded, "Let's do both." Now that's taking the offensive. Also, the only place to start is where you are. Start with what you have, not with what you don't have. Opportunity is always where you are, never where you were. To get anywhere, you must launch out for somewhere, or you'll get nowhere. And the question for each man to settle is not that what we would do if he had the means, the time, the influence, and the education as an advantage, but what he will do with the things he has right now. God will always give us the ability to create what we need from something that is already here. Now, each person tends to either underrate or overrate that which they do not possess. For instance, people always neglecting something they can do and trying to do something they can't do. And I agree with Teddy Roosevelt when he said, "Do what you can with what you have and where you are." The only way to learn anything thoroughly is by starting at the bottom, except, of course, when you're learning how to swim. To be successful, do what you can. To be upset over what you don't have is to waste what you do have. The truth is that many that are successful because they didn't have the advantages that others had. Successful people accomplish more than others because they go ahead and do it before they are ready. Now, do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not, but remember that what you now have was once among the things only hoped for. Observe. Almost everything comes from almost nothing. And whatever God has already given to you will create anything else He has promised to you. Everyone who has arrived had to begin where they were. The truth is, you can't know what you can do until you try. The most important thing about reaching your dream is starting right where you are. And say to yourself, I can do everything, but I still can do something. Or I cannot do everything, but I can still do something. And because I can do something, I don't know, I screwed that up, but anyway, no longer forward nor behind, I look in the hope or fear, but grateful, but take the good I find, the best of nowhere.